The world watched Hong Kong when these images went viral on September 27th. Tens of thousands occupied the streets, protesting Beijing's refusal to grant fully free elections in 2017. This is how it happened. It starts when university students launch a week-long boycott of classes. On its last day, high school students joined the boycott, and some attempt to scale a fence at Hong Kong headquarters in downtown Hong Kong. Joshua Wong, the leader of high school activist group Scholarism, is arrested, along with dozens of others. The students' arrests draw public support, and crowds grow, by some estimates, to 60,000 people. At 2 a.m. on Sunday, Occupy Central organizers launched their protest campaign 3 days ahead of schedule to join the students. Hong Kong's chief executive, C.Y. Leung, tells the public that he opposes the movement.
The Hong Kong SAR government is resolute in opposing the unlawful occupation actions by Occupy Central. The police shall continue to handle the situation in accordance with the law.
Police, trying to prevent newcomers from joining the protests, resort to this. Despite several rounds of tear gas, police can't break up the crowd, even late into the night. More protesters began to occupy two other busy parts of the city, Mong Kok and Causeway Bay. Many schools, offices, and banks close. The Hong Kong dollar falls to a 6-month low against the US greenback. Police changed their defense strategy, letting protesters continue to occupy the three busiest areas of the city. A group of 27 lawmakers called Mr. Leung to quit and for Hong Kong to reject Beijing's decision to pre-screen candidates to lead the city in 2017. The protesters give C.Y. Leung a midnight deadline to respond. More residents join the protesters and occupy an area stretching 2 miles from Central to Causeway Bay. Mr. Leung attends China's National Day ceremony, along with student leader Joshua Wong, who leads a silent protest at the flag-raising ceremony. The police warned of serious consequences if protesters try to occupy government buildings. Mr. Leung refuses to step down, but appoints his number 2, Carrie Lam, to negotiate with the students.
我係唔會辭職嘅，因為呢，我要繼續做好普選嘅工作。
Violence erupts in Mong Kok. Anti-protest groups, some rumored to be associated with organized crime, fight with demonstrators. Student leaders criticize the police for not protecting the protesters and cancel planned talks with Mrs. Lam. Mr. Leung makes another plea to the protesters.
而家最迫切嘅喺後日星期一，政府總部嘅出入通道必須恢復暢通，3000名政府人員可以順利上班。
Alex Chow, head of the Hong Kong Federation of Students, says talks with Mrs. Lam will continue only if the government fairly handles any future violence in protest areas. On the 11th day, protesters allow government workers access to the headquarters. But Mr. Wong tells protesters that the rally must continue. Numbers begin to fall at all major protest sites as many protesters return to school or work.
The meeting and the dialogue will be held in an open way. That means the public or the media will attend the meeting.
Mrs. Lam and protesters have yet to reach a deal.